I ended up going to played a couple of senior games at Colac when I was 15, and it was a rough league back then. The guys at the Falcons, I was a scrawny kid to be playing seniors, so I think they looked after me. Travelling to Geelong to training Wednesday and Saturdays, and it started to give you a taste of what it was going to be like to play AFL on the road a lot. School was probably a sideburn, and the main focus was playing football, and I loved it. And then from that, things started to get serious. I was turning 17 that year, and I just snuck into the cut-off to be drafted. I was picked to play in the international series against Ireland. It was a great opportunity to play with a lot of the other guys that were going to get drafted as well. So you rub shoulders with them and sort of played against them a fair bit, but this is a time that you could sit back and spend a bit of quality time and understand what kind of blokes they are. About a week or two after the international series, I was getting really bad groin pain and was diagnosed with the old osteopubis. I think we've heard of that for years since, but as the season went on and got back and played the last game or two of Falcons, had some okay games. We got kicked out of the prelim and our season was over, but then the focus started going to draft camp. Fremantle, St Kilda and West Coast had the first 6 picks because they finished the bottom 3 but had the priority picks. But there was murmurs that Fremantle was starting to trade off their #1 pick, and that never been done before. So everyone was sort of up in a bit of an uproar, especially here at Glenferrie, because there was rumours going around that Trent Coad and Luke McPharlin were going to get traded over to Fremantle, and Trent Coad was probably the favourite son behind Shane Crawford. So they couldn't comprehend the fact that they could be trading two of their good defenders for an untried kid. That's where the discussion started with Juddy, Bally and myself on who was going to go #1 to Hawthorn, and then the uproar with the Hawthorn supporters, and it made it for a little bit of a nervous time, but still at 17, all you want to do is get drafted and play football, and every day I was getting closer and closer to that day. I was lucky enough to get picked here to Hawthorn at #1, and there was some quality blokes that came to Hawthorn from that year as well. I guess what built Hawthorn's dynasty was identifying talent, as they did in 2004 when they had Roughhead, Franklin and Lewis. Put those together with Mitchell and myself, it built the foundation for what was to come a pretty successful dynasty for Hawthorn, some successful years, but then it was also their understanding of the trade table, free agency, developing talent. All these things are so important to building a strong list and having success and sustained success at a football club. We brought in 10 players through 2013, 14 and 15 from other clubs that helped us win premierships. So it's so important to look at all facets to make your side so strong.